Hello, guys. Welcome to the Gilroy Show. This is the next episode of mine where we basically have Dr. Peeyush Mittal, who is one of our guest speakers today. So, as for the Gilroy Show, and I'm Gilroy Michael, your destination for insightful conversation with industry leaders, entrepreneurs, HR professionals, and change makers, where we bring practical ideas, inspiring stories, and expert insights to help you grow in your career, business, and leadership journey. So let's welcome our guest, Dr. Peeyush Mittal, who is a powerhouse of 26 years of real world experience across BFSI, soft skills, sales, and leadership, a rare blend of practitioner and educator, holding a PhD in management, certified IIBF, NIBM bank trainer, certified management consultant. He brings not just theoretical but lived expertise into every room. Having worked across corporate giants, top tier banks, and leading university, his last assignment was as a joint director and associate professor, if I'm right. Yeah,
Yes.
at TMU Moradabad, UP. So Dr. Piyush connects with participants at every level, making complex concepts feel intuitive, actionable, and lasting. As leadership transition specialist, groom the next generation of leaders and focuses on transforming new managerial potential into polished executive presence. So once again, I would like to welcome Dr. Piyush for taking his time out today and giving us an insight on his experiences.
Thank you so much, Gilroy, for inviting me to your podcast. And I'm very pleased and happy to offer my wisdom to your learners. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful, doctor. So, can you just let us know about your 26 years of your journey that you had so far? How's your experiences? How it started? Where it started from, and what brought you into the training sector and everything else?
Okay, so, after doing my graduation from Delhi University, I got into my first job in way back 1995.
Mm-hmm.
I started my career from one of the leading NBFC at that point of time, where they deals in the foreign exchange market.
Wow.
So I worked for some time, and then I got a chance to work with one of the foremost bank at that point of time, the Bank of Punjab Limited. And from there, I worked and learned so much under my, quite of competent bosses. Then I moved to ICICI Bank, where I learned the retail banking
All right.
and the about the bank, to how the customers come over there, how the bank get money, how they give interest, and how they earn money as a revenue. And then I moved to another very important uh, aspect, or you can say department of the bank, is NRI services. While I was working with HDFC Bank, so there I used to handle NRI customers who has always been called a big ticket customers. And through this, I almost spent 14 years in the banking domain. So when I spent this much time over there, after that, some of my friends were there with me who said, okay, how long we will work on this? So let's start something of your own. And we came together. We started our own company. It was a part of information media. And somehow it was going on, though, the year we took was not very conducive for a new business to start off is 2008, which was a global recession year, happens for 3-4 years. It was going on. So, one day I was talking to somebody that he said, why don't you give guest lectures in the colleges? You have so much of a knowledge. Why not share it with the learners? So I given 2-3, lectures and really like it. Training I used to give earlier when I was with ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank. So the branch managers and all. Then I start liking, because young generation was there. They used to ask so many questions. They have so many queries, and a lot of enthusiasm was there when I'm in a class and start talking to them. So I thought, okay, why not take up this also, along with my work going on, as most of the work was not on a very high note over there. So I picked up a job in one of the college and start teaching MBA students.
All right.
And since then, 2009-10 onwards, it started and still going on. So on and off, I take sometime full-time assignments, sometime I take the visiting faculty assignments. And being core to my heart, the trainings is there. Being a banker and done a lot of sales myself. Soft skills was always there because no sales can happen if you don't have a proper communication. So everything was, mixed up, and the wisdom I collected, I share it through my trainings, my teaching in colleges, and somehow I now start getting the invitation for the podcast also.
Wow.
So
Amazing. All right.
I'm happy to share the same wisdom to your participants or your viewers.
Sure. Sure. Wonderful. Wonderful. And by the way, as we were talking about the topic as to what we're going to be speaking on our podcast, and for sharing your insights as well as to your journey of 26 years, what do you think is the biggest leadership mistake professionals make these days?
In my point of view, the most leadership failures are not about the strategy.
Hmm.
It is more about ego and a communication.
Okay.
Whenever leader gets a kind of a tag that he's a vice president, he's a president and all, it's basically they start mistaking this authority for leadership.
Okay.
The tag doesn't make you a leader. Yeah, definitely it's gets you ahead. Your titles get you ahead, but it doesn't get you people follow. I've seen many people during my time when I was working in corporates or even in academics. There are a lot of people are there who don't have a title, big fancy titles, but people follow them like anything. So that is where you need to understand that if you assume compliance is equal respect, then wonder why their team is disengaged.
Yeah.
And the second thing is avoiding hard conversations. If you avoid hard conversations, you don't give a proper feedback, it kills the performance of your team.
Obviously.
Your delayed feedback quietly kills team performance.
Yes.
Leader who stays silent to avoid discomfort, dissent, is letting people fail without knowing why.
Perfectly said.
That is what my opinion about this. That the leadership mistakes, what professionals makes more about the ego and communication rather than strategy. Yeah, strategy is there. It's not that the strategy is not there, but any strategy can be fulfilled only when you have a clear communication.
Hmm. Exactly. And by the way, Dr. Piyush, you've been in the banking sector for so many years, right? And currently it's the AI generation as to what people generally talk about and all that. How do you think AI is changing leadership and banking currently?
Uh, See, my opinion is that AI is not replacing leader. It's exposing which one were ever good at process.
Hmm.
AI is absorbing the technical and repetitive work.
Yeah.
Okay. Fraud detection, credit scoring, document processing. Much of the bank's process heavy work is migrating to machines fast. Right? So today, earlier there used to be one person. If a customer fills up a form, somebody in a branch look into that, then a senior look into that, sign it and send it to the back office team.
Exactly.
Then back office team, a person is sitting there, he also checks it, marks some mistake, send it back to the branch, and then branch has to fulfill and send it back again to back office.
Hmm.
Now AI is doing all this. You simply have to put that form into a machine. It will read, it will tell which column is not filled, what documents attached to it is proper or not proper, acceptable, not acceptable. So, AI is not replacing leaders. It is replacing the mundane work which used to people do. And leadership value is shifting to judgment and trust. As AI handle the what, learners, or we can say leaders, are increasingly valued for the how. Navigating ambiguity, leading hybrid human AI teams, and acting as the ethical checkpoints on AI decision is the job of leadership now. Because earlier, we used to consider that okay, leader has to do this, has to do that, they have to do this checking, the team has to carry it. No. But now they have become a checkpoints.
Okay.
Where leader come, see the work what is done by AI, and then they take the decision based on.
All right.
Again, I'll say on this one part that AI definitely, will bring a lot of difference in day-to-day work. But people who will adapt it, who will learn it, will not be ever out of a job. It is same something like that when initially computers being launched in India.
Yeah.
At the point of a bank also, people start saying computer will take your job.
Yes.
A lot of unions started saying, oh, computer, why are you bringing computer to the bank? It will take up the job of that. But again, those who learned the computer, they are still with the bank. They are not able to cope up with the change. They have to leave.
Okay. It is the same kind of response that I've actually got when I was talking to the other speaker the other day, where I asked him a question on, do you think AI would take over trainers as soft skill trainers and all that? And he gave me an exact same answer, a response saying like, back in the days when computers were launched, and people thought like computers would take away the jobs, but still we are actually using the computers at the moment, right? So likewise, AI as well has just come out in the market, and it's going to take some time for us to learn AI and all that, and we'll only be using AI.
Yes, I remember when the first computer came, it was that big. Now I carry computer in my pocket.
Obviously.
Every mobile is a semi-computer.
Yes. That's something which is actually helping the kids of this generation at the moment.
Exactly.
Oh yes.
Our generation knows what are the outbound games.
Yeah.
This generation know only the inbound games. You have to push them out from house to go and play. So that is what it is there. If you learn the things, you stay with the change, you will flourish. If you're not, you'll flourish.
Obviously. And by the way, Dr. Peeyush, what do you think about executive presence? How do you think it? How would you actually develop it, or what it is exactly?
See, executive presence is all about quality. Where people decide to listen to you before you even spoke. It's actually on trust that precedes speech, which is built on 3 pillars: gravitas, communication, and appearance. It felt the moment someone enters a room. So as soon as you enter the room, you make people aware through your presence. It's not just about your speech. When somebody enters, people admire the personality, people admire the aura. And when the person starts speaking, then they decide whether they will follow that person or not.
Yeah.
Right? So before the speech, it is always says your first impression is the last impression. Has been, saying from the ages. The same is there. The executive presence is something what has to build through the small habit, not personality, just mastering the pause, speaking in an outcome instead of activity, always offering a point of view.
Yeah.
Not just information. Build presence over time. It's learnable, not innate. Everybody can learn what is executive presence. Executive presence doesn't mean that you wearing up fantastic clothes and all, and you enter the room, and as soon you open your mouth, everything go on the drain. So that is where you have to build it. People should trust it.
Okay.
I'll not take the name of some of the political leaders, but we all see the difference, since the regime of change of two political parties.
Yeah.
The one leader who always talked something which is always people like to hear, whereas when another talks, people make fun.
Hmm.
They feel it like a comedy show going on. So
Obviously.
that is what it is.
Okay. Sounds interesting. And what do you think would be for 2026 the essentials of soft skills and probably beyond that as well?
See, I'll say on this part, if technical skills get you hired, soft skill get you promoted.
Soft skills will get you what? I'm sorry?
Promoted.
Promoted, yeah.
Yeah. See, you know technical skills.
Yeah.
That is fine. You can write a code. That is fine. But you need to explain it also.
Obviously.
So that is where soft skills come in the picture.
Yes.
And they are most important. Your body language, the way you speak, the way you make gestures, where you take pause, this all makes a hell lot of it.
Yeah.
So, and these days we find this gap is getting wide.
Mm.
More and more people has a technical knowledge, but they are short on soft skill, communication skill, leadership ability, adaptability or ability. We talk about this. So in my opinion, two things which is very important, in fact 4 I'd say, but I'll start with 2, is that first, adaptability and critical thinking.
Okay.
You need to adapt the nature of your work, your workplace, people around you, and then critical thinking. You need to think critically. It's not that everything been fed to you, you accept it. You're not a 5-year-old child anymore.
Obviously.
You're a grown-up adult.
Yeah.
Where you need to think. Technical skills have a shrinking shelf life. We saw somebody who knows C, as soon as C++ been launched, those who know C, they become a redundant. But if they learn C++, then their shelf life extends. Right?
Obviously.
So
Yeah.
the ability to unlearn, relearn, and make some judgments matters more than anyone's skill set. You see, technology itself, I am sure you remember that one point of time we used to have a tape recorders to listen to songs.
Radios, yeah.
Then we got Walkman.
And then it became Discman.
Then we got iPod.
No, it became Discman. It became a Discman. After Walkman, it became a Discman. CD Walkmans.
Yeah. Then iPod.
Yeah.
Now mobile.
Exactly.
And now our
Thinking.
glasses are coming, Meta glass.
Smart glasses are
The
coming.
frame come, which itself has everything, where you can click pictures, you can record, sing, listen to songs and everything. So the technology is changing each and every day.
Obviously.
Once we used to have, VCR, then we have,
CD players, DVD players.
Then we have a DVD player, then we have a Blu-ray disc, and now we have apps.
Now we have apps, we have OTT on TVs.
We can go everything on cloud. You can see anywhere where you want through your mobile phones.
Yeah.
So the technology is shifting very fast. So your critical thinking will actually take you ahead. And another 2 things which I talk about is, again, emotional intelligence and communication.
All right.
If you, as a transactional word automates, the real differentiator becomes reading people well and turning complex ideas into simple and persuasive stories. If you cannot communicate, again I say that, and I would like to reiterate to your viewers, the communication skill is one of the most important things in your life.
Obviously.
It starts from the day you born until you die.
Obvious, yes.
How come a mother understand when my 1-year-old child needs a milk? It's non-verbal cues, but she understands very well. As soon as child's cry, mother knows
It's
either
feeding time.
he or she need a feed or need a cleanup
Yeah.
or it's something like that. So the communication happens the day you born till you die.
Exactly.
And if you're not able to keep it up or cope up with it or learn it, you always remain somewhere else where you should have been.
Oh yes. Wonderful, wonderful. So thanks for that, for giving us an insight on soft skills, where looking at 2026 and onwards as well, and especially talking about emotional intelligence and critical thinking and adaptability skills. That's something which we all actually need to incur in our day-to-day lives, because first thing, communication is something which is actually required. If you look at Indians especially, we are technically sound but not sounding good in com. That's communication, right? Even though people around the world, they know that their business is outsourced to India or to Philippines or Bangladesh or Pakistan or anywhere else, still people in India, we find it difficult to communicate with them in their language. So basically, communication in English is quite hard for people from India. Even though we are really technically sound and we know what the nuances of the technical glitches would be, right? But communicating back to them, it's quite hard, right? That's when, that's when soft skills actually come into picture over here.
Yes.
All right.
Being a this soft skill trainer, or you can say coach, I always iterate to all my trainings that if you don't know how to express your feelings, express your ideas, or you can make understand others about you yourself, whether it's your personality, whether it's your feelings, whether it's your anger, whether it's your knowledge, then why somebody would like to be with you?
Obviously.
Whether it's your personal relationship, professional relationship, office relationship, whatever it is. Even your bosses, leaders will not be able to do anything for you if they are not able to speak to them, express them.
Exactly. And by the way, what do you think would be an advice from your side for students, managers, and senior leaders of every organization and going further?
Okay, I'll give my advice different, not to mixing up all three P's of them, depending on where someone is standing, because what got you here won't get you there. So first of all, I'll start with students. Practice real conversations as early as possible.
Yeah.
Grade open doors, but communication skill keeps you in the room. Build that muscle before high-stake movements force it.
Okay.
So start learning your communication, start expressing yourself, start putting proper words where they matters. Your grades will get you into interview, but unless you pass the interview, you will not get the job.
Exactly.
Right? Interviewer doesn't know how much hard work you put in there in your marks. He can say, okay, out of 100, you got 95. That's very good. Now tell me something this. But if you're not able to explain this, your 95 marks is 0.
Perfectly said, yes.
Right? And for manager and senior leaders, I will say shift from doing to developing.
Okay.
Okay. Managers succeed by making their team better, not by being liked.
Yeah.
Senior leaders succeed by investing in people. Since their real legacy is who they develop, not just what they did.
Exactly.
See, every leader or every manager, I always suggest that you should prepare your legacy. Don't think of that if this person is joined, is a bright one, he can take my position. Of course he can take your position because you will move up. Same way, leaders should also prepare their legacy, that who will be the new one.
Yes.
Who will take up my place. They should prepare a pipeline. of 1, 2, 3 people. Because if they prepare the people, that management will see, okay, this guy is able to produce leader for us. Let's shift him to the above where he is. I give you very interesting fact on this. I'm sorry, I'm taking a little more time on
No
this.
problem, no problem. We have a lot of time.
I was talking to somebody when I was in college, teaching college, and I was going through one study. Unilever is one of the biggest company of the world.
Yes.
It's a UK-based company, which is earlier used to known as a Hindustan Lever in India,
Yes.
which is now again a Unilever. Unilever has a tendency to pick up their regional leaders, zonal leaders, or even leaders of the other country and continent from India. You know why? They says whenever anybody reaches to the level of senior level, we send them to India.
Okay.
Or we pick, or the person who's in India itself, we give them a difficult task. Some kind of a higher target, or to capture a market or something like that.
Okay.
And if they succeed in India, we put them to anywhere in the world, they will succeed. Because if anybody can break or crack the nut of Indian consumer psyche or nerve, he can successful anywhere in the world.
That's for sure. That's a known fact.
Right? So that is where the things come into that leadership. So that is how they prepare their leader. Even they said if somebody's joined in Unilever head office, we always send them to India for 6 months to 1 year, some work or project.
Okay.
Let's go and survive there. And if you can survive in India, you can survive anywhere in the world.
All right.
So leaders, Unilever thinks Indian operation is the factory of the leaders. How? Because being an Indian, we've been taught from the very beginning, from the very childhood, how to cope up with the things, how to think something different.
Yes.
We've been sent to the market, we've been asked to do many things in the household, that we've become so adapt that any atmosphere we get adapted.
Obviously.
So that is where the leaders should, prepare a legacy, and they should go ahead in their ladder.
Sure.
And that is what my advice is.
Amazing,
to all the
amazing.
Students also. That communication is something which open your doors for you. Anywhere you go.
Obviously, yeah. Quite an insightful speech that you have actually given us, and for our viewers as well, to actually understand about how soft skills is actually important, even though AI is in place in the market, right? But still, you can't depend everything on AI, because you obviously require, first thing is communication, and which is the main factor that people are actually missing out on, right? So
And that is right. Because AI cannot do everything. No?
yeah.
See, if you talk about a bank, I can just give you one hypothetical situation. And if somebody walks into the bank and he wants to deposit a cash, okay, machine accepted, that's fine. But somebody has to count it from take out from machine and put in the vault, no?
Yes.
That is to be done by a human. If they want any service in a bank branch, the robot will not be able to do it. It's
Exactly.
a human who will be able to do it. And that is where it is all been said that any business who's a customer centric and customer focused or day-to-day customer interaction, humans' need will never be over.
That's for sure. Amazing.
Recently, I come across that one of the news that Ford initially, put up all the AI and robots in their factory.
Yeah.
But recently, they find out that robot is not able to find out the problems or the in manufacturing. So they hired the team back, which they fired earlier.
Exactly. See, because humans build these robots, okay,
Yes.
and when we input the information in the robot as to what they need to do. Now, in case if there is some kind of other defects, that basically humans we think out of the box, and that's how we actually get things done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So everything is going to be robotized or is going to be through AI. Then nothing is actually going to work out because still behind the AI is a human who's sitting behind it.
See, AI has to be run by the humans only, na?
Yeah, that's what.
If you want something from AI to, let's say, if we talk about a chat GPT or cloud, we talk about, somebody has to give a command to tell them now what to do.
Exactly.
That is will be. I agreed that the companies are accepting AI, they are reducing workforce. Agreed. But if you know your work, they would like to keep you, na? Because you are the one who can run AI for them.
Precisely, yes. All right. So, anyway, sir, thank you so much for taking your time out and giving us a wonderful explanation on certain questions that I've asked you in this particular podcast. And I'm actually looking forward to doing more podcast sessions with you with more insightful information that I could actually learn as well. Right. So, thank you once
Thank you.
again. Thank you for
Thank you so
visiting
much.
the Gilroy Show, and I'm Gilroy Michael, and this is Dr. Peeyush Mittal. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Gilroy. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Looking forward to be having a more conversational sessions with you.
definitely, definitely. Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you.